love, what is up? Thanks for joining me today. My name is Lauren, if you didn't know, and today we are going over some new Chanel summer releases. I have the Camelia Futura Collection. I have both the blush and the eyeshadow palette, so if you're interested in either of these things, just keep on watching. Okay, so Chanel's Camelia Futura Collection. They describe it as an unexpected interpretation of Gabrielle Chanel's favorite flower. This new makeup collection reveals a metallic world revolving around a camellia that has been catapulted into the future. Putting a twist on romanticism, the Comites Collective has taken the softness of the bloom and injected it with an electric energy and unprecedented magnetism. It says an iridescent glow, and they're talking about the blush now, which is weird because this is a matte blush, but we're gonna go with it. An iridescent glow. Exclusive creation, Camelia Futura has a matte finish and is embossed with the camellia design. Fluid and luminaire, I don't speak French, don't come for me, and halo adds a hint of light. The Camelia Futura collection enhances the complexion and accentuates cheekbones, leaving skin with a subtly rosy radiance. So the blush, Camelia Futura, says it's a limited edition blush harmony featuring 3 matte shades that enhance the complexion, accentuate cheekbones, and illuminate the high points of the face, embossed with the camellia motif. This exclusive creation draws inspiration from Gabrielle Chanel's favorite flower and her love of couture. It says the fine silky texture melts into skin, complete with a brush. The powder is housed in a travel-friendly case, ideal for touch-ups throughout the day. I decided to just swirl all 3 colors and put them on the cheeks because realistically that's how I'm going to wear this blush 9 times out of 10. I'm not gonna like compartmentalize and try to get any specific color out of it. I'm just gonna swirl my brush in all 3 and go about my day. I am piling it on kind of heavy here just to make sure you can see that it is pigmented and buildable, and you can definitely build this up. It is a very hot pink coral shade. Next up, they have the eyeshadow palette. Eyes with Depth. To transform the gaze, they created Les 4 Ombres and 387 Utopia, a harmony of 4 eyeshadow shades, each of which is embellished with the camellia motif on the surface, a limited edition product complemented by Stilo Ombre et Couture in new matte and satin colors. This retails for $76 and it has an 18-month shelf life. It says the iconic Les 4 Ombres palette in a magnetic color harmony that takes you on a journey and transforms eyes. Inspired by the timeless beauty of a camellia, the 4 shades evoke a delicate hues of petals reflecting the iridescent shimmer of a fantastical future. Each is embossed with a camellia design in a nod to Gabrielle Chanel's passion for couture. Long-lasting mineral pigments deliver a striking effect, while plant oils ensure a smooth texture for effortless application. Onto the eye look I'm wearing in the video, I take the gray brown taupe shade and apply it on the outer portion and into the crease of the lid. After my Tom Ford Olive Smoke video, I've been open to the stupid little brushes that come with the palette, and I need to wash my brushes, but I take one of the brushes to intensify the outer corner with the brown taupey gray shade, and it didn't do anything. This is as deep as the shade will go. I need to try it again with an actual shader brush at some point. With my finger, I apply the blue duochrome sparkly shade all over the lid, and this is the best shade in the palette, hands down. And with the brush that comes with the palette, I pick up the pink duochrome sparkly shade and apply it to the inner corner. It's definitely not as intense as the blue sparkly shade, but it did add a very subtle touch of pink. I then take the gray taupe shade and apply it to the lower lash line about 2/3 across and connect it to the top. Then I took a blending brush and placed the pink sparkly duochrome shade underneath my brows. Now with both eyes up to speed, I took the pink satin shade and applied it to the inner portion of my lower lash line, and that's the completed look and what I'm wearing in this video today. These two go together like at all. The blush is like a very bright coral. Eyeshadow palette is like a muted, grungy, like gray, taupey, dystopian type color story. So I basically wiped off my whole entire face because I felt like my blush was literally clashing with my eye look too aggressively. I just had to wipe my whole face off and start again. So that's why I have no blush on. Yeah, the pieces individually pop. Like the blush by itself, standalone, looks amazing. The eyeshadow palette standalone looks amazing, but when you try to put them together, it's like I feel like they clash a little bit too much, especially like if you're gonna use that gray taupey shade like I did today. This blush don't go with it at all. Like it just looked weird. And I skipped the blush this time because I was like, you know what, I'm already wasted enough time putting on my makeup and then reapplying it, so like I just put on a highlighter and called it a day. Individually, the products stand out like as special, but like together, like as a collection, I feel like it's a little incoherent, like it's not cohesive. As a collection, like together, all the pieces together, I feel like it's not very cohesive. Unless you're never going to touch the taupey shade in that eyeshadow palette, then yeah, you'll be okay, but I wanted to see what that taupey grungy shade would do. Okay, so my thoughts on this. So the blush, I was always planning to get the blush. There was no doubt in my mind about it. Do I need another Chanel blush? No, but like this was calling my name. It's so pretty, and I figured it would be a little bit on the warmer side because of this brown shade in here, but nope. This hot coral shade in the middle takes over and dominates this entire thing, like seriously. And the fact that it's smack in the middle, I wish, like, I don't know, this was at the bottom and this brown shade was in the middle. It would have made it more of like a muted coral color, but it's not. So it's a very bold coral color, which I'm not mad at. I just have to use a light hand with it because it is super pigmented. I do think this will work on deeper complexions, but I wasn't expecting this to be so bold and intense. It kind of reminds me of, like, you know, when you're making a smoothie and you throw a banana in there and the banana takes over the whole smoothie, like it takes over the whole flavor profile of the smoothie. This is what this shade in the middle reminds me of. It's literally like I am the blush color now. Like none of the other colors in here matter. Like that's what it feels like. It kind of bullies the other two shades out. Now you can take your brush and try to get each shade individually, but I am not a person to do that. I'm an ease of use makeup user, okay? Like I'm gonna go with the easiest route possible, and for me, that is just swirling my whole brush in the whole thing. I guess you can pinpoint it if you really wanted to, but like I said, I'm not gonna do that. That's kind of annoying too, to find a small enough brush to be trying to do that with, but yeah. Or the other way you could probably use this is if you stick to just 2 shades at a time. So you stick to the 2 bottom shades or 2 top shades. So this works. This is a nice pigmented bright coral shade, and I really like this. It is fragranced, so expect that Chanel signature fragrance going on in the makeup. And yeah, I have no complaints about this. The eyeshadow palette in 387 Utopia. I was gonna pass on it. And this is my first ever Chanel Eyeshadow Quad. So this is a first for me. This is definitely a first impressions. This is my first time using this today. It's my understanding that Chanel makes soft, subtle type eyeshadow palettes. You're getting something very soft and wearable. And that's to cater to Chanel's customer base, which I'm assuming is probably older women with mature skin who wants nice, soft, silky textures to go on their mature eyes and eyelids. So I never really got into Chanel eyeshadows because of the fact that I need pigment. I'm black. I'm of a darker complexion and I kind of need some pigment. This called my name mainly because the embossing is so pretty, which kind of doesn't matter because as you can see with mine, it's already starting to disappear on some of the shades, like it's going to hell. So if you was buying this to have it last and look pretty forever, you're going to be disappointed unless you literally never touch this. This shade is full of topper shades for me, especially these two. Literally, you throw them on top of anything and you now have like a nice dazzling, sparkling rainbow type effect. I will say it's not as intense as other type of like dazzling shadows I've come across. It's still soft, so it does have that Chanel DNA of being a very soft, demure type shadow. There's definitely not no Pat McGrath special shades in your face type there. No, not doing that. It's definitely not an indie shade in your face type shade. You know, they're not doing that. But it is something. I think I could get a lot of use out of this just using it as topper shades, because as a palette and a color story, I find this to be a little disjointed and not very cohesive. When I look at this, I either think to use the taupe and one of these two sparkly shades up here, or use the pink and one of the two shimmer shades. I don't really think like the pink and the gray go together. I tried to put all 4 shades on my eyes today for my eye look, and this is what we got. And it came out like a grungy purplish taupe. I was kind of going for something grungy when I decided to go headfirst with this like dark grungy taupey shade over here, but it's not that deep. It doesn't go very deep. I feel like I'm about to go to a festival. This is very bold for Chanel, for what they're known for. It's okay. Do I think you need to run out and get it? No, not necessarily. Especially if you recently bought something like the Natasha Denona Bloom palette. I find there to be similar colors like this in there. And you get 15 shades for about the same price. Actually $10 cheaper. I did do a video on Natasha Denona's Bloom palette. I'll link it in the cards up above here. But yeah, this shade right here in this bottom corner actually reminds me of the shade that's in there that I love. It reminds me of a more subtle version of that shadow that I love so much. I feel like this shade would do great if it was wet. I feel like all these shades would probably like be 20 times better if they were wet. But for these type of videos where I'm showcasing a product, I try to use the palette as is and not do anything to like alter it. I just trying to show the shadows and the product as is, like how it comes straight out the packaging, and this is the result that you will get. Because I understand not everybody's in the mood to manipulate their makeup, myself included. I'm never in the mood usually to do that. I'm very lazy when it comes to makeup these days. I want to be able to just slap stuff on my face and go out the door and it just works. Like I don't have to like tweak, finesse, or like modify anything. It just works. This does work. I feel like I'm about to go to Coachella or something like this with my eye look today. It is very bold and out there, and I wouldn't guess this was Chanel. Like I saw this on somebody else's eyes, I wouldn't guess Chanel. I don't think this is everyday friendly for sure. This is their twist on something like sparkly and neon, I guess, but like in Chanel's way of still being soft. I also want to mention that the eyeshadow palette is not fragrance. Yeah, this is my first ever Chanel Eyeshadow Quad. I'm not like super blown away, and I'll probably go back to, you know, not buying many of these ever again. I know they're coming out with like a brown one later this year. I'm definitely buying that because I love warm tone brown bronzy palettes. Probably only have those 2 Chanel Quads to my name, and I will be content with that. So my final thoughts and recommendations. The blush, I always recommend if you want to get a Chanel blush, go for the limited edition ones. They're fun. They have special packaging. Like look at this embossing. It's so pretty. It's so beautiful. Like it's definitely one of those things that like when you open, it feels like a joy to use. It's one of the things that many people, myself included, seek out when we use luxury makeup, and why anybody even bothers to buy luxury makeup. It's usually the packaging and how special it looks, and it's limited edition, so you know not everybody and their mom has it. Like if you want that like luxury experience and treat yourself moment, I always say go for the limited edition Chanel blushes. I will say the only thing that always disappoints me about Chanel and then limited edition things is the outside packaging is always the same for all their products. Like there's no telling this from this. They all just have like the same CC logo on the top in a black lacquer case. It's not until you open it where you see like, oh, this is special. I do recommend this though. I do love Chanel blushes. They're like 10 out of 10 recommend. I don't think I've had a bad Chanel blush. All of them have been phenomenal. The eyeshadow quad, I would say skip it. It's nice. It's nice to have. The embossing is pretty, but once you start using it, it's going to go away. Like you can kind of see mine's is starting to go to hell, and I only dipped in it today. If you like subtle, subdued type sparkly topper shades, this is for you. If you just want to like add a little oomph to something that you have, it'll put a little pizzazz to your eye look. It's not going to do anything extraordinary, but it will do something extra. Like I said, right now it looks like I'm about to go to Coachella with my current eye look, and I wasn't expecting that from this, but this is very different and unique for Chanel. This isn't something I would think they would do, but that's probably why I decided to take the leap of faith and buy it, even though it wasn't on my radar initially. This is definitely unique. This is definitely pretty. But yeah, for $75, and for the most part, I see myself only really using this as like one and done shades or like a topper shade. I feel like this is a companion palette. Like it needs another base palette to go with it. I definitely can see myself using it in conjunction with other eyeshadow palettes that I have if I just want to add a little bit of, like I said, razzle dazzle to my eye look. But this is okay. This is cute, but you definitely can skip it. Like you're not missing out on anything. It's just okay. That's all from me today. What do you think about Chanel's Camelia Futura collection? Did you cop anything from it? Are you interested in it? Was it an easy pass for you? Let me know in the comments down below. Appreciate you hanging out. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys. I definitely tried to use the stupid little brushes in this eyeshadow palette today, and I will say they suck. They were worse than the Tom Ford ones. I wish they would stop putting those things in palettes. Like, I get that like it's supposed to be touch up on the go, like it says in the description, but like realistically, I'm not touching up my eye makeup in the middle of the day, and I'm not carrying around my eyeshadow palette to do it either. Like, is that me? Am I the only one that's like, no, like I'm not doing that. Like if my makeup goes to hell while I'm out wearing it, I'm either gonna wipe my whole face off or I'm just gonna rock out. Like